Have you ever looked back at an old photo? Not just any photo. I mean one you don't even remember taking. Go ahead, check your gallery. Maybe it's from last year, or maybe 5 years ago. A group photo at the beach, a blurry selfie at a party. Childhood snapshot you barely recall. At first it feels harmless, nostalgic even. You smile at the frozen memories, the old outfits, the awkward hairstyles. But then something tugs at your mind, a quiet itch in the back of your brain. Something you can't name, and if you look closer, if you dare to zoom in, that's when you see it. No, not on yourself, not on your friends, not even on the people you remember. Zoom in on the background, on the dark corners, on the places you never paid attention to before. There, just beyond the edges of the frame, a face, faint, out of focus, but unmistakably watching. And here's the worst part. That face is looking directly at you. You're not the first. Years ago, someone just like you, curious, playful, unaware, posted a picture online, a group of friends at the beach, smiling, sunny, harmless, until someone zoomed in, between two rocks there. It was a pale, stretched face, skin pulled tight where eyes should be. No pupils, no irises, just smooth, unbroken skin. At first they all laughed. Photoshop, they said. A prank, they thought. But then the girl who posted it disappeared. 1 week later, gone without a trace. No calls, no messages, her camera roll wiped clean, except for that one image. It remained untouched, unmovable, unerasable. And now, you're watching this, and maybe you feel it already. That prickle at the back of your neck, that shiver you can't explain. Check your photos from the last week. Look for any image you don't remember taking, because if you find one, if you stumble across a photo you don't recall snapping, that wasn't your camera, that wasn't your hand, that was theirs, and that means they've already seen you. There's a theory. Not many know it. Most are too afraid to say it out loud, but they whisper. In forums, in late-night chat rooms, in the dark corners of the internet where people trade warnings like currency. They call them the still ones. They live in images, in the digital static, in the grainy corners where resolution fails. They appear once you notice them, and the more you stare, the closer they get. At first, they're just there, a smudge, a glitch, a trick of the light. But every time you zoom in, they shift slightly, so slightly you doubt your own eyes, until one day they're gone from the photo and they're no longer pixels, they're no longer contained, they've slipped into your world, your dreams, your hallway, the space just behind you. Have you ever heard a whisper after looking at a photo? A soft exhale near your ear when no one's there. Do not turn around. I'm begging you. If your reflection feels a second too slow, if your shadow moves when you don't, you've already invited them. They are patient. They wait. They wait for the curious. They wait for the ones who can't resist. Looking closer. Here's what you need to do. Delete the photo. Turn off your camera. Never zoom in again. Because sometimes looking closer means they can look back. And if they find you in more than one picture, if they recognize you across multiple frames, you're marked. You're already marked. What's the last picture you took? Look at it again. Are you sure you were alone? Don't just scroll past. Check now. You might not get another warning, but maybe you don't believe me. Maybe you're still thinking this is just a story, a silly online rumor. That's fine. Go ahead, ignore this. But you'll remember these words when you're lying in bed at night and you hear a faint shuffle across the floor. You'll remember when your phone screen flickers on for no reason and there's a new photo in your gallery, one you didn't take. And in that moment, when you're staring at the image, heart hammering, breath caught in your throat, you'll wonder, was this the moment I should have listened? Let me tell you what they want. They want recognition. They want you to see them. They want your attention. Because every second you spend staring at the screen, every moment you lean closer, you're feeding them. They seep through the cracks, through the camera lens, through the dim glow of your device. They are in the pixels, the compression artifacts, the glitches you brush off, and they wait. Do you know the story of the boy who vanished in 2009? He was just like you, scrolling through old summer photos, laughing at sunburned faces, remembering jokes long forgotten. Then, in one picture, a picnic at the lake, he saw it. A figure, draped in pale skin, face stretched tight, standing at the tree line. He zoomed in again and again. He stared for hours, and that night, he heard a knock on his window. His parents found his room empty the next morning. The only thing left was his phone. One image remained on the screen, a picture of his room, taken from inside. But maybe you're safe. Maybe you're lucky. Or maybe you've just never looked closely enough. Tonight, when the house is quiet, when the shadows lengthen, when the hum of your electronics fills the silence, you'll wonder, was that movement in the corner? Did something shift just out of sight? And if you dare check your gallery, if you scroll back far enough, you'll see them. Maybe they're already in a dozen pictures. Maybe they've been watching for years. Maybe you're not alone when you thought you were. There are rules, simple ones, but they must be followed. Never acknowledge them out loud. They thrive on attention. The more you speak of them, the more real they become. Never show the photos to others. They spread through sight. One glimpse, one careless share, and they've marked another. Never keep a photo you don't remember taking. It's their invitation, their way in. Or, and most of all, never, ever zoom in. Because every time you do, you pull them closer. They hunger for recognition. They crave presence. They want to step through. There was a woman once who laughed at all of this. She posted hundreds of photos online. She made videos mocking the still ones. For weeks, she was fine. She called it all nonsense, until her subscribers noticed something strange. In every video, there was a shape behind her. At first, faint, then clearer, closer, until the day came when she went live, and in the middle of her stream, her camera glitched. For a brief moment, her viewers saw a pale face right behind her. The screen went black. She was never seen again. Her account is still active. Posts go up now and then, but no one knows who's uploading or what. So here we are. You alone. Listening. Watching. Check your photos. Go ahead. I'll wait. Scroll back. Back to the old ones. Look at the backgrounds, the mirrors, the windows, the reflections. See anything you missed? That's okay. You will. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. And when you do, when you notice the face you weren't meant to see, you'll understand. You'll remember this voice, this warning, these words. And by then, it may already be too late, because the still ones are patient. They don't need to rush. They wait for the moment you lean in, the moment curiosity wins. And when you do, when you peer into the pixels, when you search the darkness for answers, they are ready. So I'll leave you with this. The last photo you took, are you sure you were alone? Are you sure no one else was there? Look again. Look closely, but not too closely, because once you see them, they see you. And once they see you, they never look away. Now there is one thing I need you to do for me before you scroll to another video. Hit that subscribe button, share this video to WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups, or anywhere you have access to share. Have a good day.